they have it in their bloodstream. What we have advised, until we get direction out of the state of New Jersey, what we have advised is that you ignore the panel for that drug at this point. As long as they're not impaired, then they have the right to use it. The problem with marijuana is that it's different from alcohol. If somebody comes to work and they're intoxicated, you know. You can smell it, you can tell that they are impaired. When it comes to marijuana, you can't. So you may necessarily only know that they are utilizing that drug as a result of a blood test. So how do you know if that individual is actually impaired while they were on duties because they have it in their system? Because my understanding is it stays in the system for a minimum of 30 days. So we are waiting for more direction from the state, as I think every municipality is, and Mr. Platt, you would know better than I. We're all waiting for that. It's been a little slow, to be quite honest with you. I'd like to have thought there was a little more urgency behind it. But for right now, if you have an individual who, if you do random drug tests for non-CDL people, and you have individuals who come up positive for that, at this point, I would ignore that panel until which time we get direction from the state, and then continue.
Somebody else have any questions? Paul, thank you very much for coming in. Appreciate it.
No, it's my pleasure. It's nice to see all of you. All right. Be well.
This time I'm going to turn the floor over to Lori Morello for a senior veteran affairs update.
Thank you, Council President. Good evening, Mayor Gattinelli, Council, and residents of Washington Township. I'd like to share an update with you on the senior happenings in the township for the second quarter, as well as a few future events. In addition, a brief reminder that I serve as the liaison for the Gloucester County Division of Senior Services, as well as the Gloucester County Veterans Affairs Office. I continue to assist our senior residents and veterans with applications for county services and direct them to the appropriate agencies depending on their needs. I am not appointment based. I just answer the phone to every resident every day. Some days there are many, some days there aren't. I serve on the Senior Advisory Board as well as the Veteran Advisory Board. In addition, I serve our senior residents with security, calmness, and hopefully some joy as they settle into their golden years. It's been a busy time at the Senior Center, and I'd like to thank our Senior Center Advisory Board for volunteering their time and great effort for the senior members. This time last year, the Senior Center was closed. When we reopened in October 2021, the center had 75 active members. Today, I can proudly say the Senior Center has over 240 active members and growing. This is a joint effort by the board, the hot lunch program catered by Scarpanato's Restaurant, and a calendar full of activities, speakers, and Mr. Salty last week. Tomorrow's hot lunch is a crowd pleaser with a head count of 118. At Scarpanato's is serving shrimp scampi, pasta, fresh vegetables, and rice pudding. This is a dinner out. This is a lunch for our senior members for $5. We have an exciting month of events in July with a sponsored lunch by Martino Cartier, who will also sing for the seniors and provide their lunch. The police department will also be hosting the annual Senior Center Christmas in July barbecue. For more information regarding the Senior Center, you can always reach out to me directly. I'm actively seeking local business sponsorships to participate in the hot lunch program. Last week, Mayor Gattinelli and I hosted the second annual Spring into Summer event at Washington Lake Park. Over 100 senior residents received a summer bag of goodies, a fresh marigold plant for their gardens, and enjoyed light refreshments, conversation, and getting to know one another in the township. It was a nice time for all, and thankfully, Mother Nature held out, so the event was done. It was questionable before that. I'm currently working with the Veterans Advisory Board and planning a barbecue in the fall for our Washington Township veterans. Look for that date very soon. As always, I'm very appreciative for the opportunity to assist the senior residents and veterans of Washington Township. concludes my update. And
Thank you. And our last presentation tonight is an economic update from Nancy Mazzocchio.
Good evening, Mayor, Ms. Basic, Mr. Platt, and members of council. I'm pleased to report we are midway through 2022, and we are up 50% over this time last year with businesses making zoning applications to open. In addition, we are trending neck and neck with business applications from 2019, pre-pandemic. This is a big milestone for Washington Township, as businesses here battle the effects of the pandemic, although we had very few closures. Remarkably, new businesses applied to open stores, offices, and medical facilities. For example, we recently attended the ribbon cutting for Axia Women's Health, a national state-of-the-art comprehensive medical facility designed to provide quality health care to women. This 5,000 square foot facility began lease negotiations in late 2020 and opened here a month or so ago. What's amazing is the breadth of the new businesses we are seeing. Many new unique food options have recently opened or are opening soon. For example, we saw the opening of Sushi Circle, Yoshimoto, Thai Burger, Krish's Indian Bistro, Caribbean Paradise, Bison Coffee, and Chipotle all over the last 18 months. And a new Middle Eastern restaurant, Babylon, and Dickey's Ribs will open soon. The presence of a robust healthcare system like Jefferson here and all of its competitors, implying well over 2,500 people, helps draw in unique and different businesses, and these are certainly fine examples. Now to activity on our main veins, the Black Horse Pike and Delsey Drive. On the Black Horse Pike, construction continues at Platinum Suites, purchased the vacant Sunbank, and Image Studios, who took a vacancy in the Walmart Center. In addition, Burlington's new location next to Target is under construction, and half of the original Burlington square footage will be occupied by a local business with national presence who is headquartered here. Also in the same center, Avenue Black co-working space will open soon in a vacant retail storefront. Turning to the closed Denny's, the developer is negotiating a letter of intent for a retail operation with the intent of knocking down the Denny's building and constructing a new prototype. At Gantown Plaza, the signs are up for Fun City, a 40,000 square foot family entertainment facility with multiple locations throughout the country. Look for news of these openings on our BizBuzz Facebook page. While we do have information on at least one of the vacant gas stations along the pike, we will wait to share the information when a developer obtains permits. Lastly, there is a transaction taking place at the former McGuff bus site on the pike. Our zoning board will likely be hearing a presentation from this national business in late summer. On Delsey Drive, Wawa is finalizing its county permits. Once Wawa secures municipal permits, construction can begin. Additionally, we are reviewing at least 3 new development projects for either projects on Delsey Drive or nearby. We will share more information once the projects work their way through the zoning and planning process. And Salinas Pizza continues to work with our construction department to further the goal of building a small strip center and a new pizza restaurant for themselves. While there is still much work to do, business is growing here and new development projects loom. Evidence that Washington Township and its drivers continue to attract quality and expansive businesses. Lastly, we continue to source grants to offer to our local businesses. Earlier this month, we sourced a $20,000 grant from Antares Reach and notified the business community. I personally have assisted several businesses with the application process with the hope that they obtain the grant to fund and expand their businesses. With that, I turn it back to Mr. Longfellow.
Thank you very much. Okay, this time we're going to move on to the bill list. I have a motion to approve the bill list for June 29, 2022.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Delapia?
Yes.
Mrs. Williams? Yes. Mr. Bennett?
Yes.
Mr. Longfellow?
Yes. Next is the minutes. Is there a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes for June 15, 2022?
Motion. Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Delapia?
Yes.
Mrs. Williams? Yes. Mr. Bennett?
Yes.
Mr. Longfellow?
Yes. Moving on to ordinances. Ordinance 14-2022. This is an ordinance amending ordinance 3-2022, fixing the salaries of certain officers and employees of the Township of Washington. This ordinance is up for adoption after a public meeting. Do I have a motion open to the public?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We're open to the public on ordinance 14. Anyone from the public wishing to speak may go on now. So none, do I have a motion to close?
Motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Do I have a motion for ordinance 14-2022?
Motion.
Second. Any discussion on ordinance 14? Roll call.
Mr. Delapia?
Yes.
Mrs. Williams? Yes. Mr. Bennett?
Yes.
Mr. Longfellow?
Yes. Moving on to resolutions. The following resolutions are by consent agenda and only require a vote for all listed. Each one must be read by title. If any member of the council wishes to have one removed and heard separately, they need to indicate it prior to having the titles read. Does anyone want to amend the consent agenda? Resolution 157, resolution authorizing the execution of a contract renewing membership in the Gloucester, Salem, Cumberland Counties Municipal Joint Insurance Fund. Resolution 158, resolution requesting approval of revenue and appropriations from the state of New Jersey for the Shop with a Cop grant in the amount of $2,500. Resolution 159, resolution amending resolution 151, approving a large gathering application for the Gloucester County Community Church 40th anniversary. Resolution 160, resolution approving a large gathering application for the Washington Township High School Minuteman Marching Band Boosters Carnival. Resolution 161, resolution authorizing a grant application and executing a grant contract with the County of Gloucester and Community Development Block Program for the proposed White Birch Road CDBG improvements Phase 1. Resolution 162, resolution of the Township of Washington authorizing the sale of township-owned property at 311 Pine Street on an online auction website through MaxBand Auction Company. Resolution 163, resolution authorizing a grant application to the New Jersey Urban and Community Forestry Program. Resolution 164, resolution of support from the Township Council authorizing the Sustainable Communities Grant application funded by Atlantic City Electric. A motion to approve resolutions 157 and 164.
Motion. Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Delapia?
Yes.
Mrs. Williams? Yes. Mr. Bennett?
Yes.
Mr. Longfellow?
Yes. Okay, we're going to move on to old business, new business, and reports. Mr. Bennett, do you have anything?
The Old Stone House will have a food truck festival on Saturday, August 13th. Make sure you have a chance to get out and help them raise funds for the Old Stone House. And as always, I let you know that the senior center is available for new members to come out for fellowship, activity, fun. We want people to get involved in the community, and it's a great way to get out. Also want to thank Pat for Cops and Bobbers. Great success. I think we caught the biggest fish I've seen in a while. I want to work with Pat. We're going to look at improving the lake over there, the pond area, to make it more presentable, get it cleaned up by Public Works. So we're going to talk with Pat about that. It just needs a little bit of tidiness and make it look reasonable. So that's it.
Sounds good. Mrs. Williams.
Yes. Well, now that our children have been home from school for the last 2 weeks, you may want to take a greater interest in all the things that we offer at Washington Township. Cops and Bobbers tomorrow night. Visit the Township website for a list of sports options and a list of activities that the kids can be involved in that are hosted by the various schools. Anything from sports camps to arts and crafts to specific athletic camps taught by some of our coaches, and then some other STEM activities as well. So if your child is looking to do something over the summer to fill the time and to learn something new, just take a look at the website. There's a lot of options and there are still seats open.
Thank you. Mr. Delapia?
Nothing this time.
Mr. Platt?
Nothing other than have a happy July 4th.
Mrs. Backish?
Nothing at this time.
And Mayor Getnell?
Just want to welcome everyone to the 4th of July parade. We're doing it again this year, 6:30 Monday evening, starting at the high school, and then we'll have the fireworks to follow. Wishing everybody a happy 4th of July.
Just to bounce a little bit off of what Andra said, there's also movies and music in the parks. That's also available on the website. All dogs in the township are required to be registered and vaccinated. Please stop at the clerk's office to register your dog. Also, the dog park is open. It's located at Cedar Lake Park. Stop by the clerk's office to purchase a permit. It costs $10 for township residents and $20 for non-residents. The municipal building is open to the public Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. There's a drop box in the parking lot of the municipal building for those who prefer to avoid prior contact, and have a happy and safe 4th of July to everybody. This time we're going to move on to public participation. Please follow the public forum posted, which has also been attached to the public agenda, and limit your comments to 5 minutes. Once you've completed your comments or questions, please take a seat. I will then ask if any member of the governing body or the designee wishes to address your comments or questions by the person who just spoke. A motion to open the public?
I'll make-
Second.
However you want to mark it. All in favor?
Aye.
We're open to the public.
Giancarlo Dorazio. I am a resident and a taxpayer of Washington Township. I have 3 items I would like to address. The first one to the mayor. Mayor Capnelli, it's been 4 months since you fired your business administrator, Jason Gunter. Do you have any intention in making a public announcement as to how did you arrive to the decision of firing your PA? Do you have intentions to fill the position with a full-time business administrator? And will the position be advertised to the public, and in what form of venue? Mayor Capnelli, I have a copy of the judge sending a letter, yes, to you. Last Thursday, you were representing in court of the case against former BA Jason Gunter, and you lost. To be more specific, the township taxpayers lost. My question to you is, how much money did it cost taxpayers to prepare for that case? And how much more will it cost the taxpayer to pay Mr. Gunter's lawyer and expenses? Mayor Capnelli, if someone else answers for you, at the end, please tell us if you approve of the statements and the answers given. By the way, I'm going to leave the mail here. It's up to you if you want to pick it up and disseminate it. Second item is for Council President Sean Longfellow. I recently submitted an open request about an email exchange between you and the former BA